95% of people who decide to break up with their partner are not sure of this decision. And the way for them to be sure that they made the right decision after the breakup is to test you. And you might be in the situation where you're actually already taking a test without knowing it. In this video, I'm going to share with you all the things you need to do to pass this test, the test for you to get back with your ex. So before I move on, just to remind you, there's a quiz for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. I left the comment in the link in the first comment of the video and also in the description. If you're watching on your phone, you have to click on the title of the video, and in less than 2 minutes you have a result right away. So why your ex is testing you? Let's start with that. So first of all, there's obviously curiosity. They want to know how things are, but they also want to project that they moved forward, that they have a new life, that they want also to compare with you. Look, my life is so great. And as I said, they want to check whether they made the right decision. But then what we see with people with ex coming back with their partner, they really want to check if they made the right decision. Was it a mistake? Should I come back? And also, and more importantly, have you changed? There was something in the relationship that made them make the decision. Maybe you weren't, they told you that you were lazy, and now you have a job. Maybe they said that you're not healthy, or you're broke, or whatever. Now you have a job. I take silly examples, but you got me. So really want to assess where you are. And I'll tell you how it works with those 5 tests. So bear with me. The first one is the jealousy test. So the jealousy test is really, again, to show their life is great, I have an amazing social life. But if you think about it, if they were so happy, so balanced, so fulfilled, would they really have the need to share that with you? Would they really have the need to share everything on social media? And there's a lot of studies about actually people who post a lot on social media. It's actually because they're hiding something. So it shows that they are insecure and they want to get your attention and want to see how you react. So this is exactly where you need to be mindful when you have this test in front of you. If you show that your reaction, that your emotion, that you're angry, that you're actually against her or him, or being jealous, showing jealousy, that won't really work. So really try to see how obvious this is. Understand and be mindful that when you see your ex posting a lot on social media, it's not because they're happy actually. It's because they are trying to hide something. They are trying to feel something, feel a void. Now, the second one is the test I ignore you. So it's a bit childish way of dealing with a breakup. It's a bit like radio silence. Now, when you see that, it's you have to get back control. If they decide not to talk to you or be, sulking or this kind of thing, you just accept and do the radio silence, because you're gonna wait for them to contact you. If they decide to be silent, by chasing them, by trying to get their attention, you're gonna decrease your chance to get back with them. As I mentioned in my videos, the radio silence is really, really effective, because that's the only way you can get them to miss you. So when they play this card and they see that you actually are ready to have no contact with them, see how they react. And usually it's really, really effective. Now, the third one, the intimate relationship, let's be friends with benefit. So if your ex-boyfriend, so if you're a woman dating a guy, so you start by talking by SMS, maybe seducing each other, and then slipping towards something more intimate. The way they do it is that they want to test their power of seduction, and they want to test whether you're ready to be friends with benefit. Now, if you're a man having a girlfriend, it starts almost the same way, but what they want to test is really whether you're ready to a relationship or not. So in both cases, you really need to stand your ground and say that this is not exactly what you're expecting. You want to have a family. You want to grow old with your partner, so you're not interested in having sex with someone. That's not something you want to do. So again, if you accept and lower your expectations with your ex, then you're going to be, it's not a friend zone, but it's a friend zone with benefit. It's going to be very hard for you to get out of this zone. So be mindful of that test, because it's very tempting to fall into that trap and say, okay, I have her or him next to me, we have sex, what else could it be? It's not what you want. What you want is to be in a couple with them. So be really, really mindful of that, because otherwise, again, it's going to be tricky afterwards to get out of this zone. Now the fourth one is the emotional support test. So they would say, I feel depressed, I'm not doing too well, it makes me feel good to talk with you, things going on in my family. But the thing is, they go elsewhere anyway. So they keep you as an emotional support, but without being with you. So they have not being with you, having you around. Maybe they can ask you, if they need some help or these kind of things. Again, this is really, really important for you to spot this, because it's not a sign that they want to get back with you. It's a sign that just want to see if you're already still on the hook. So you have to acknowledge that at the beginning of the radio silence, when they do that, they might be testing whether you're still on the hook, and you have to be really, really strong to say, no. I said, no contact. I'm not interested in chatting with you. I just want to focus on other things. You have to be really, really, really strict about that. If it's towards the end of the radio silence, this is because the radio silence works. They're going to feel that you're missing. They're going to feel that void. They're going to feel that they really want to see you. And that emotional need will have to be filled. But at the beginning, you have to be really strict. We are not friends. I'm not here to help you out. I'm not here to listen to your sad stories, even though I really care for you. I'm not here for that. I'm not your emotional support. If you want to get back together, do the radio silence, and afterwards you can be that emotional support. Being mindful that the idea is for you is not to be their buddy or their confidant, is to be their boyfriend or girlfriend. Before I move on, just to remind you, you can subscribe to the channel. We are a growing community. By subscribing, you get a notification whenever I post a video. Comment if you have any questions. Please feel free to comment. It's totally anonymous. And if you want to have a chat with me, if you are not sure whether they're testing you or not, have a call with me. It's totally free. All the links are in the description of the video. And let's go to the last sign they're testing you, or last test. The life review test. So the life review test is comes a bit of out of the blue conversation, they're checking in, what's you in your life, how are you doing, I saw this and I thought of you, all these signs that they want to reconnect with you. And they have that conversation about what they're doing, their work, their family, you have the same stuff. And then comes the final test. It's a bit like when you're playing a video game, the final boss. They will ask whether you worked on the things that created that breakup. As I mentioned, if you were too lazy, if you were broke, if you were not fit, if you were not generous, if you were selfish, they're gonna test you. By the way, have you worked on that? Do you have a job? Or they're gonna test things. Now, this is really critical for you now. Either you've done it, great, well done, high five to you. Either you haven't done it. And then you completely failed the test. So they were not sure about the decision when they made the decision to break up with you. Weeks and months pass by. Final test, have you changed? Are you a better person? Are we now more compatible than before? If you can't answer that question with a yes, it's over, it's game over. So for you now, right now, is to really focus, if you're doing a radio silence or no contact phase, is to really, really focus your time and attention on how to fix anything that was wrong with you regarding your relationship. They didn't break up with you because they don't love you anymore, they broke up with you because it was not working. So when something's not working, you fix it. You can't change your ex, you can only change your life, and you can only change yourself. Be mindful of those tests along the way. Be really strong. But really be mindful that at the end, there will be a test, there will be a final exam, and you have to pass this one. If you are struggling, feel free to have a chat with me. It's totally free. I'll be more than happy to help. Take care. Bye.